Next, I want to talk a little bit about the Heritage Foundation because they got more niggas leaving that bitch, which is so fucking funny because of the Nick and Tucker interview. They have Robert P. Jr. actually just announced his resignation because Kevin Roberts, he hasn't really retracted how he was feeling about the whole I keep saying Nicker, the whole Nick and Tucker situation. He was like, look, we shouldn't cancel Tucker. He's allowed to talk with who he wants to. It's not a big deal. That's not what we do on the right. But obviously, you already know the Jays, man. They were not fucking with that. They're like, oh no, he platforming anti-Semite. He's not MAGA, which really just means he don't fuck with Israel because MAGA's just make Israel great again, not make America great again, as we know now. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, look, I can't fuck with it. I'm leaving. So we have all these board members leaving the whole situation. He's just another person on the list of a long line of these niggas that are leaving the situation over the conversation. And he was like this Christian conservative guy or whatever. He's been in politics for a while. He's met George Bush and stuff. And it's just so funny. I'm like, okay, nigga, nobody cares if you want to leave the situation. I'm honestly excited for it. I'm tired of these Zionists and just these Israel shills, these evangelical fucking Christians, shilling for these guys that fucking hate them. It's really, 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 really stupid. But it's even all just over a conversation that was so light, which is just so fucking funny to me. It would have been one thing if this whole Nick and Tucker interview was super crazy. Like, they didn't even say any wild shit. It was basically just, the women are bad. The women are fucking suck. And why are we so obsessed with Israel? That's kind of a problem. And yeah, like it wasn't even a deep, crazy conversation when they were talking about some serious, immigration rhetoric or white nationalism or anything like that. Like none of it was even that crazy. So it's even so surprising to me that the Heritage Foundation is going so crazy over the situation. But it goes to show how fucking sensitive a lot of these Jews are, bro. It goes to show, or these Christian Zionists, bro. It really goes to show, but it's honestly a good thing, and it actually makes me want to talk about, or main reason even why I wanted to mention this is just to show something very important to you guys to understand. Like, it's the groups that you can't fucking criticize, or the groups that have the most anger of being criticized. Like, oh, you can't say that about me. Like, it's always the Jews, women, and black people. With Jews, it's, oh, you're anti-Semite for saying, because I don't want to fund Israel's wars, I'm an anti-Semite now, nigga? Like, just because of that, instantly? Or when it's the women, it's like, hey, I think women should actually be housewives. Oh, you're a misogynist, you want to control women. You're a bad person. And obviously with fucking niggas, bro, or niggers, is fucking even crazier with them. You say anything about, my dick, bro, you can't say that about me. The FBA niggas would be even mad too. Just like, oh, you a tether. Because I'm not even first generation. I'm first generation. My dad's from Nigeria, my mom's from Cameroon. So I'm first generation here. They would just call me a tether. Oh, you a tether. You don't know about our situation. You don't know about our culture. Even though all of us have grown up around it. If you lived in America over the past 20 fucking years or more, you've been around black culture. You see how all black people move. You see what they do. You see how they act. You see everybody knows everything about black people. There's nothing that black people are doing that every other race that lives in this country has not seen. So it's so funny to me when these niggas say, oh, you don't know about our culture. You don't know what we got going on. I'm like, nigga, we see everything. We know all the culture. We even use your Ebonics and shit. A lot of these words that a lot of young guys use, like that, you stupid nigga, you goofy nigga. Like, we all use that. That's from niggas too. Or the no cap and all this other vernacular. Like, it's all from niggas because we're around niggas. So we're a part of the culture. So of course we should be critical of it. And that's even the point that I'm trying to make here. It's the people or the groups that hate scrutiny that need to be scrutinized. Because let's be honest here. If you already know you're accomplished and capable and somebody tries to scrutinize you, you're not going to give a fuck because you know that you're behaving correctly. Like, you know that this nigga who's trying to judge you is capping. For example, if you're fucking shredded out of your mind, you're in the gym every single fucking day, your abs are like fucking iron, and somebody comes around and says, hey, you're a fat fuck, you need to lose weight, you're going to look at them and be like, you're a stupid ass nigga. I'm shredded as shit. What are they talking about? Or you just ignore them like, is this nigga retarded? Like, does he not see the way I fucking look? Right? Because in that situation, when you're getting criticized, you're like, well, this criticism isn't even fucking valid. It's not even true because my actions show opposite. But when you look at the women, when you look at Jews, when you look at black people, they hate fucking criticism. They get mad. They want you canceled. They want you censored. With women, at least less so now. But back in like 2022 and 2021, when Tate was blowing up, and even further before that, when it came to Fresh and Fit with Myron and Fresh, bro, you were getting cooked for criticizing women. It was like a new thing. That's also why those niggas blew up, because you couldn't criticize them, or you were gonna get fucking banned. You were getting nuked. You were getting shadow banned or whatever, right? So it almost went to show that the reason why they hated the criticism the most is because it was fucking true. The reason why you got all these Jews and these Christian Zionists leaving the Heritage Foundation is because they got somebody, or Tucker interviewed somebody who's correcting his criticism of Jews. They don't fuck with that. So now they're like, look, no, can't believe even Kevin Roberts would say this shit, trying to defend this shit. Fuck no, we're not doing that. They don't even want to engage in the conversation. They're just like, oh, well, we're resigning, taking away funding. Because, you know, that's how the Jews move, man. They just take away your funding. At least they don't kill niggas like black people. They just take your bread. Like, that's the one thing I get Jews though, bro. Like, they don't try to kill you like niggas. Like, niggas kill you, bro. You talk too much shit. Like, they trying to pull up on your shit and, you know, Swiss cheese your ass. But at least with Jews, you know what I'm saying? They're like, all right, we're gonna debang you though. We're gonna take away your money and we're gonna do that. We're gonna blackball you from industries and shit, you know, but we're not gonna kill you. But we'll take away your shit. At least for the most part, they ain't gonna kill you unless, you know, you're a literal threat to Israel, which I guess a commentator could be, but you guys get the point, right? When these groups are crashing out, when you're criticizing them, it's because they deserve the scrutiny. You know, they've been so above accountability for so fucking long that the minute niggas start trying to hold them accountable, of course they fucking hate that shit. Nobody likes being held accountable when you haven't been held accountable for so fucking long. You get entitled. That's what happens. You know, and this is why the Jews, black people, and women deserve the most scrutiny, because you niggas have not been scrutinized at fucking all. Obviously, when it came to the Jews, it was that was obviously the worst by far. You know, you were getting nuked offline. Everything pre-October 7th with the Gaza and Israel war, you were getting fucking nuked. You were getting cooked. Like, if you said anything about those niggas, it's over with. And many guys, it happened to them. When you look at guys like Lucas Gage, for example, getting cooked, he's making some great songs about Jews. You guys should check that shit out. But that's just an example already. Like, if you're talking about this even just way, way before, like, you can't. You're getting nuked. You're getting destroyed. Susan Wojcicki, who owned YouTube, she was going in and out of her way to find anybody. We on YouTube right now. She was going in and out of her way to find anyone on YouTube that was critical of Jewish people. So, oh, well, can't say that shit because obviously they run everything. So this is why now more than ever, it's like, I see a lot of these conservative commentators, they're mad about people talking about Jews too much. You're talking about Israel too much. Bro, nobody could fucking talk about these niggas for so long. You don't say that when niggas are complaining about black people, because we've been allowed to complain about black people. So it's not that deep. Niggas are always going to complain about niggas backwards culture. But even with the complaining about black people, that's even just more normal now, because everybody's been able to complain about them with large amount of no issues. Obviously, during 2020, that was probably the hardest time to be critical of niggas. They was on your ass. But even now, at least more now, it's like being critical of black people, that's what it is. And we're used to it. But it's just so funny to me when a lot of these conservatives, they're mad about the Jewish criticism. I'm like, but they fucking deserve it. They fucking deserve to be, they deserve to be criticized, you know? So we got to be realer about a lot of these situations when it comes to this criticism. And it's funny, even when you look at the people who can't be criticized, who are these people controlled by? Who have these people been so deeply influenced by when it comes to the women, when it comes to black people? It was Jews too, right? The Jews brought the black people here. The Jews ran the whole civil rights movement. The Jews were the lawyers. The Jews run all the entertainment industries that the black people profit off of when it comes to rapping, right? Kanye already showed you niggas, bro. Kanye showed you niggas lost billions of dollars doing that shit, right? So they're a big part of everything that goes on with black people. They're going toe and toe, controlling that whole situation. Group that can't be scrutinized. Women, same thing. Feminism. Gloria Steinem was a main perpetrator of feminism and pushing this shit. Jewish fingerprints again. And it's funny that all these three groups can't criticize these niggas, but it all leads back to Jews. So it's funny when you really think about it. So it almost makes you realize that this is why Jewish people are getting so scrutinized, because they're the cause of a lot of these issues. That's just what it is. And the person who hates being scrutinized the fucking most is the person who deserves it. Because you're only mad about being scrutinized if you believe that these people are actually saying the fucking truth. Because the truth, what? It hurts. So when you get scrutinized, it hurts really bad. So that's where we are. And it's going to continue, and it has to continue because we've been allowed to be critical of black people. I mean, at least now more than ever, like being critical of black people, nobody gives a fuck. Like niggas, everybody's being critical of niggas at this point. Black fatigue. That's why black fatigue is the thing. Because everybody's mad at niggas at this point. Let's just be honest. So the backwards culture and all the bullshit. That's where we are. And everybody accepts that. Everybody says, okay, black fatigue is the thing. Niggas are going to be critical. But we don't, at this point, I mean, I got Jewish fatigue. I think a lot of other people got Jewish fatigue. More people are waking up to it. So we got to reach that point too where everybody's just being critical of them because it's fine. We're on the right. We're critical of groups of niggas, bro. We don't do all the you can't be racist and all the other bullshit. We're not the fucking left. We're critical of groups of niggas. We see groups of niggas doing shit and we pattern recognize, right? And we're like, what the fuck's going on? And we talk shit about it. Because if we want a better America, if we want an American Christian America again, we have to be able to be critical of groups. That means all fucking groups. Everybody got to get the equality smoke. Equality smoke. Accountability is the only way you fix a fucking country. So everybody got to get this shit. Everybody can be fucking criticized. It doesn't matter who you are. You're Latino, you're Jewish, you're white, you're black, you're Asian, you're Indian. It doesn't fucking matter. You get the smoke too. We criticize your bitch ass too, nigga. You gonna get this smoke too, bruh. You have to. Because if we don't, if there's any group in a country, we say we want equality, whatever the fuck, which we honestly really don't, that we should have inequality. Niggas are different. We can accept that reality. But the thing is, it's like, if we want a better country, everybody needs to be able to be scrutinized. If there's ever a group of people that cannot be criticized, that's going to create a fucking problem. That's where you get the supremacy. I would argue that's why we've had a black supremacy over white people at this point, or just minority supremacy over white people, because you can't criticize them. Whoever you can't criticize, what ends up happening is they get entitled supremacy. Jewish people, I mean, it's already in their religion for them to have a supremacy mindset already. They think they're God's chosen people, and we're all the fucking goyim. Fuck y'all, right? So they already have that mindset baked into their religion. But it's funny how, like, because they control a lot of the black people, it ended up happening to where the black people developed that without even realizing it. Like, they're victims, but they don't know them victimizing themselves has actually allowed them to have superiority or supremacy over white people. You see? So whenever you can't criticize a group, it just happens. That supremacy just happens all the fucking time. So everybody needs to be criticized. Everybody needs to be fucking criticized. Everybody needs to be held accountable for shit. No group can be above accountability. No group is above criticism. That's how you fuck up the country. That's why our current country is fucked up. Because so fucking long, we haven't been able to criticize black people. We haven't been able to criticize women. We haven't been able to criticize Jews. That's why shit is the way it is. And if we want to fix it, we have to be able to be critical of all these niggas. So I just want to impart that to y'all. I want you guys to understand the situation. If there's somebody who can't be criticized, or there's somebody who really doesn't like fucking criticism, you need to criticize them. Which is why this whole Heritage Foundation shit is so fucking lit. Because now the Jewish niggas, like, you can't hide, nigga. You can't hide from the shit no more, bruh. You can't hide from Fuentes no more. You can't hide from all these other niggas that you've canceled no more. Ben Shapiro, you can't fucking hide from this nigga no more. You can't hide from this nigga Nick no more. You got to debate this nigga eventually. Daily Wire is going down the fucking drain, bro. So that's where we're fucking at, bro. I would not even want to debate Ben Shapiro, bro. This shit easy to say why we shouldn't fuck with Israel. It's not even a hard debate. You can't even really defend this shit, bro. That's why he doesn't even want to fucking debate anyway. You can't defend it. It doesn't make sense. America wants to be sovereign. That means we should not fuck with other nations. That means we should cut off all foreign aid. It's not even a fucking debate. The fuck? Hell, we shouldn't even have Jewish niggas running the fucking government anyway. I want only Christians running the shit. This America is a Christian country. It was built from Christian white men. So those should be the only individuals running the fucking country. Because when you have Jewish niggas or Muslim niggas, they got their own agendas. That's just what it is. Your beliefs are going to reflect into your actions, and then your actions are going to reflect into your policies, bro. It's what fucking happens. It's how people work. We're not going to act on stuff we don't believe. We act on what we do believe. And that goes down to religion, of course. So that's where we're at. I just wanted to give you guys that full context of the situation when it comes to scrutiny and criticism and accountability, bro. Like, if we want a better America, we all need to be able to criticize each other. There should be no group that's above fucking criticism at all. There should be no double standards in criticism. Everybody gets to fucking smoke, bro. Everybody gets to smoke. Or we can't have a great country. So that's where we're at with that.